We last left our coterie as they were speeding back from a metaphysical shop as quickly as they could. Tonight, however, is a brand new night. You guys awaken in your respective areas. Rhea, did you stay in the van or at the church?
I think I would have stayed at the church because I've warded that beast. So,
Lesh helped.
yeah, she's on ghoul alert. So I would have been in the church.
Ursa, did you stay at the church?
Yeah, Lesh would have to, all things considered. It's probably like it's too dangerous to be out just in case.
Um, as you guys awaken for the evening, can you please make me your rouse checks?
Absolutely. And we get
That
hungrier.
didn't go well.
Ooh, does that make you two or three?
Just two,
Two.
I
So hungry.
believe.
Oh no.
Yeah, just two. Just two.
Oh no.
That puts me at 3 because I'm always at 2. So,
Oh
I
dear.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
But you two awaken. The church is rather quiet, rather peaceful. There is the occasional familiar
Peaceful or peaceful? Because ghosts.
right.
peaceful.
Okay.
It is the familiar, usual noises of your spooky spectral friends that like to hang around.
Okay.
Something may clatter on occasion. There's definitely that ominous wind back through the church. It's comforting in a way. But no other spooky specters. You don't see Jasmine or Raheem. You do receive text from Raheem that he is stepping out for the night. He has somewhere to be real quick, and he'll be back. Um, and of course, you don't get anything from Jasmine. But I leave it to you guys.
Um, I will come up from the lab. Lesh, where did you sleep?
Lesh would have slept in one of the guest rooms. He's gonna follow the rules. But yeah, he'd be waking up
I'm
talking
going.
about what's up, ghost dudes. Like that's what he'd be doing in his room.
Me too, actually. I'm going to go up to the chapel and take a seat in the pew and just sort of wait to see who comes in. And just kind of have a moment with the ghosties and just kind of chill there for a second, just sort of taking it all in.
You are relaxing in the area. You're sitting in your familiar pew where you've got a good view of everything. As you're watching the altar and you can see one of the crosses on it are just kind of moving every once in a while. It stops like somebody got bored with it before like you hear the confessional door like briefly open and shut. Sounds like somebody's just playing with something. Um, but other than that, it's actually peaceful for once. It's spooky but peaceful.
I'm trying to hold back my hunger just for a minute. Um, I'm going to whip out my phone and I'm going to text Maximus. I realize it's partially an exercise in futility, but I will send part text, part emoji. Um, where are you at? Got questions about your girl. I don't know if there's like a badge emoji or something like that, but I will send that and I'll send that and then a separate text. So it's like on a separate line, just a dragon.
Alright, you send that text off. Um, you don't get a response. If you wanted to drop that in the Discord for Brandon, you could.
Dropping it in the Discord.
But other than that, it's rather calm in here. Lesh, you're in your private room. These private rooms are bare boned at most. You have like the desk, a bed, a bathroom.
Mm.
That's it. Maybe like a small chest of drawers for clothes. But it is the barest bones of Barris bones. No decorations. No nothing serious.
Well, Lesh is going to make the bed after use because he's a good guest. And then he's going to get on the phone and he's just going to check in with his contacts back in California just to check on their well-being.
Did we ever come up with a name for your friend Beck?
You messaged it to me, I believe.
I think I did. Um, this is what happens when my notebook is chaotic and it needs to be a new notebook.
Gabby, the Nosferatu.
Gabby the Nosferatu. I'm gonna roll just some dice for Gabby real quick. Let's see here. You get a response. What are you texting Gabby?
Gabby, just seeing how you're doing.
You get a response back. Uh, doing all well. So far. Still hunting some leads. Bit tricky. You know how they don't like to give up their secrets.
Right. Just let me know if you run into any issues. Don't want you getting hurt.
Yeah, taking care of things. You guys doing all right? Uh,
Yeah, as all right as we can be, situation considered.
all right. I will be there in. Well, I won't be there. I'll be looking out. Sorry, trying to hold two conversations at once. Bit tricky. Um, yeah, I'll let you know if I find anything. Yeah, I really don't like dealing with you just get the little wizard emoji.
Mm-hmm. Take your time. Stay safe.
You do not get a further response.
That's expected. But with that, Lesh will go ahead and start heading toward the sanctuary.
As you walk in, you find Rhea sitting in her pew, and I leave it to you.
Does
You
Rhea
seem
look?
really
Okay.
like I'm trying real hard to like. You can tell, really trying real hard to tap it down.
And Lesh will actually calmly walk over, and he'll clear his throat to make his presence known.
Good evening.
Lesh nods. Even do that.
Dude, it's been a long time since I've heard that kind of talk, man.
Lesh grins.
I kind of scoot down and leave a little room on the pew.
You doing all right there?
Just a little hungry. It's kind of normal though. Uh, so weird stuff last night. I know there was stuff that you wanted to do that we didn't get to. I felt kind of bad about it, man.
No worries. These things happen, and it's been pretty crazy times. I don't hold anything against anybody except the old timer. But he's your friend, so I'll let it slide.
He's doing his best. Um, you know, if you open up to him, he can be pretty useful.
Well, he's a guy who's not really giving people a chance, you know what I mean?
Yes and no. I mean, he gave me a chance when I didn't have to.
Well, that's good. He likes you. I mean, he kind of threw me into a truck, then apologized for it, talked to him about it. He says whatever. Talk to him about something else that's important to everybody. He says whatever. Something important happens. He threatens to kill me. It leaves kind of a bad taste in old Lesh's mouth.
No, I can see that.
But you're cool.
You know why he would be all like, nope to Lesh? Like,
I mean, all I can think of is the truck thing. Can you believe he thought I wanted to steal that thing?
I mean, maybe he just needs a little more time. He's also had a thing happening. here. So, he's been maybe he's having some feelings.
Okay, you know him well enough, Dudette. Not my grandpa.
Ugh, ugh, shiver. Ugh. Uh, how did you, so we haven't really, I just sort of found you, like, you just kind of joined up with us? Like, what, I know you're from Cali, but like, how did you get here?
Yeah, got into an incident back over in the old state. I punched the wrong guy, ruffled the wrong people's feathers. I was ready to fight, but some people advised me to get out of there, so I did.
You just left?
Yeah, picked up and left.
I always wonder how people get, or kindred, ugh, get to where they end up. So we had some things you wanted to take care of. Maybe we could kill a few birds with one stone. I need a snack. I don't know about you. Maybe we could go out and run a couple errands.
Sounds good to me. Always got to keep the hunger off, you know what I mean?
Kind of.
And then Lesh will pause for a second, like, is it getting to you a little worse than others? Just because I saw you kind of doing the whole woosah thing before I walked up and talked to you, so
Oh, I don't know if it's like this for everybody. I've heard people talk about, being full and satisfied and not hungry. I'm just kind of always a little hungry, and then when I wake up hungry, it takes a little bit of focus to get started.
I know what you mean. But my beast, it's kind of violent, so it's more like let me take a breather before I start punching and kicking things kind of thing. So it's good to hear it's a little different, but I just wanted to make sure you were okay for a shopping trip.
Yeah, I am. I just everyone has different tastes. Some people like pepperoni on their pizza, and some people don't.
Right.
Just I can trust you, man. You're not gonna judge me for my shopping habits.
We've encountered some weird things, dude. I think I'm pretty good in the judgment department.
Cool. And I gotta give him like a little fist bump.
Fist bump returned.
As you two are talking, Rhea, your phone does go off with a text from Max that just says, yes, what's the question?
um, Working on a case? Question mark.
All right. Um,
I wanted to sit it right now.
yeah. uh, but Lesh, what is your you guys' plans for tonight? Where are you going first?
I vote go, let's get something to eat, because that's
Mhm,
big
mhm,
priority.
mhm, mhm, mhm. Sure, go ahead.
Lesh, is there something particular that you need to look for?
I'll just go to one of my, regular comic book haunts and see who's there. They can hook a brother up, you know what I'm saying?
Which comic book
That
shop?
sounds really convenient.
Which comic book shop are you going to?
It's gonna be another out of the way one that's not connected to his main one
Mhm.
because he doesn't want to run that risk.
So you're going to Ace Comics. Rhea, you can make your hunting roll as well. You both can. Let's see.
Okay, you got it.
Is there a bar or something seedy near the comic book shop?
Yo,
E
that's actually perfect for
yes.
Lesh's Bane.
Yes, there is. What happened? Do I need to roll the luck dice?
Well, let's see how I do on my haunting dice,
Mhm.
because you know my
Mhm.
luck. We'll
Mhm.
see.
Are you using roll 20?
I'm not using roll
Okay.
20.
We're having higher hopes tonight.
But
For
even when it's not roll 20, you see my track record.
get physical dice, I beg of you.
I ain't gonna do it.
One day I will get his address and mail him physical.
Relation persuasion.
Rhea, what did you
I'll
get?
check up a collection. Oh, I didn't roll yet. I was gonna wait to see if so yes, there is something nearby.
Yes, yes, there is. You're able to find CD bar. You're able to find a bar that's just called Seagulls.
Ooh.
It's got a dilapidated roof too. Would you like to spend a point of willpower and re-roll 3 dice?
You know what? I think that's probably gonna be a good call.
Hmm.
And that gives me two more.
Yeah, you're able to grab something to eat. You do also get a text back from Max that says, "I am yes, she's been assisting to some extent."
Did I miss a die? Yeah, I
Mm,
did miss a die. Let me roll one more. Eh,
mm.
Okay. That's 3 successes.
You're able to get something to eat too.
Sweet. Just a dot. And of course, you didn't see anything.
Mhm. Mhm.
Alright, keeping that to a minimum.
I leave some guy in the alley thinking he had a great time. I'll come back to the comic book shop like to
Mhm.
come pick up Lesh, but Lesh, you realize that Rhea kind of smells a little bit like whiskey or something. Like she smells like alcohol.
Mhm.
Hmm. So as Lesh gets back in, he's gonna be holding a comic book. He's gonna have one. And like, and then he's gonna smell the alcohol and be like, is that like your thing?
um, it's more of a bait and switch tactic.
Like, my night job. It be kind of disturbing if you were driving under the influence.
I mean, obviously, I'm not drunk.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it, dude. You've been at this long enough.
It's more about their condition and how they perceive me in the moment.
What would Lesh have to roll to kind of get the nuance of this?
Hmm. Let's do I'll do some wits and insight.
Okay,
We'll see if you can gather with what Rhea's telling you.
you got it. Oh, that's actually good for Lesh. Two successes.
Rhea, what do you perceive from what you said?
I'm clearly sort of embarrassed, but there's also sort of this like level of empowerment too. Um, clearly, like I'm hunting guys who might think they're hunting me.
And Lesh will slowly nod, like, as long as you're staying safe there, dude. Power can be just as intoxicating as what we eat sometimes.
It's true. I do my best to be safe, and I don't. I work real hard not to take it too far.
Lesh again nods. But you can see Lesh respects it. And he's not gonna dig beyond what you're ready for. But he's trying to non-verbally let you know that it's cool. So where to now? Like, you got any like supplies you need to pick up for your because you got a lot of medical stuff, and you told me you're a nurse. Like, we got to do anything that like that, pick up any supplies before we get into this business. And Lesh points at his phone.
You bring up something interesting and something I hadn't thought about.
Yeah, what's up?
But I know that you wanted to touch base with a buddy, a troublemaker.
I know where he is. You see Lesh just kind of scoff and roll his eyes. I can scoop him
I
up
turn
just
into
about
the
any time.
I just turned to the direction of the gas station. I just head there.
This gas station is off a highway. It looks as if nobody ever visits this place really very much. It is old, dilapidated. Like somebody is in there, running it. But Lesh, the person you see outside, is exactly who you're expecting to see standing near the ice machine, where the bagged ice is. Um, Beanie on, long stringy blonde hair, like oversized hoodie. Um, Smoking a cigarette. He looks, in all cases, like not out of place, but noticeable.
Give me 1 second there, do that. You don't mind if he comes with us for a second, do you?
There's plenty of room in the van. That's what
Sweet.
it's for.
And you see Lesh get an impish grin as he slowly gets out of the van. And oh, go for it, all right.
I'm making a roll to see if he notices you first.
He's not sneaking.
I'm just seeing how aware he is tonight. Oh no, he is not aware at all.
That's so sad.
It was all no successes. He is completely in in his own little world.
Poor Sammy.
It's okay.
So yeah, Lesh is just gonna walk right up on him. And he's like,
Uh, uh,
Sammy,
hey man, what's up?
I think we both know what's going on.
Do we?
We're gonna need to have a little discussion.
Like about what, dude?
Like I'm talking, we got some tech to upgrade and some information to gather discussion.
Oh man, like I can't leave my spot tonight. Like George has got like this Nosferatu friend that likes to hang around, and like I don't want to lose my spot. Like last time I had to go to some pretty extreme lengths. I'm really glad the EMT uh didn't clock anything as being weird, but like man, I don't know if I can do that for like the second time.
Oh, you can
Um
see Lesh's veiny, muscular arms just cross while he's listening to this exclamation, and Lesh just slowly starts grinning as he continues.
like man, I don't know if you know, but like I can't keep lying to Sally. I think she's on to me. She's usually the one that comes out here, but like man, it's just tough. Like
Either you get in or I'm throwing you in, dude.
oh man, seriously, not tonight. Like can we do this like another night?
Lesh slowly uncrosses his arms.
Fine, but if George is here, you're gonna have to get him out of my spot.
Hey, it's your turf, man.
Yeah, I know, but he don't know that.
I'm just here to keep the peace, dude. Like turf disputes, you gotta talk to another person. That's a civil service job.
Yeah, yeah, I've mentioned it to the sheriff and she laughed.
Lesh is gonna smirk hard to himself, but he'll make note of that and just open the passenger side of the van door and just be like, your carriage awaits motion.
Sammy gets in the back seat, kind of just like,
Say hi.
"Oh, hey, you're the nurse lady that Mara sees every once in a while.
Sup?
Sup? Uh,
Oh, you dudes know each other?
yeah, she comes to the cat cafe every once in a while. Her and Mara like they do that what do they call it? Community outreach stuff. They kind of like cross streams every once in a while.
Oh, that's crazy. Lesh's mood toward Rhea has improved dramatically just from that. But yeah, Lesh will sit in the back seat well, with Sammy and close the door.
Right, like man, like what tech do I need to upgrade? Like,
Lesh
dude.
takes off the spotter watch.
Oh man, this thing, no, I really like I don't know what you want from me, man, with this. Like that's my best work.
We do better.
Like how? How
I
do you
haven't.
want me to do
I've
better?
been able to get hardly nothing, dude. And considering the times that we're dealing with right now, I need to be able to hear what's going on. And then I don't know the size of Dallas,
Like
so just snowball far.
the major politic it's huge.
I'd gather.
She a big city.
So
Um
insert square mileage here. Radius.
dude, like I'm already tapping into places where I'm not supposed to have access to. Like do you think getting you even on the police scanner is easy? I have like now you're gonna want me to try and get on to what the county sheriff, the the marshals. Like I ain't messing with the feds, dude. Like that's not
You're
happening.
already messing with the cops, my dude.
Oh, but those
Considering
are
what you're pushing.
oh come on.
And I mean, I could always tell a certain somebody about how I've been bailing you out these past couple months.
Give it.
Puts it in his head.
Like, dude, I don't even know like if I break it, I'm not responsible. Like I
And
don't
while you're at it, you can go ahead and start talking. Like, where are you staying? Because I gotta go pay my respects and see how everyone's doing over there at the new location.
Oh yeah, no, we're over by the zoo now. She pulled some strings with Ridley. Um he's got one of those like zoo outer building things like where we're staying. It's really actually cozy. It's kind of like a little bit of like a warehouse meets like storage facility kind of looking deal, but it's nice and it's safe. Uh, on a good night you can hear the elephants trumpeting and it's pretty cool, man.
That genuinely sounds pretty cool.
I know, right? Like I mean Thaddeus likes to lay on everybody, but you know, 20 pounds of cat when you're not aware.
Aw, Thaddeus doesn't bother anybody. You just simply pick him up, no problem. Lesh is thinking in Bruja.
Yeah, like Jace almost lost a hand the other day. Like it was rough. Uh, cause you know, Sai and her squad, well, what's left of her squad are hanging with us. So, yeah. I mean, is that where you want to go tonight? Like, I could take you there.
Yup. And while we're at it, Lesh is going to attempt to describe man with cybernetic slash occult eye. Like, have you ever had dealings with a guy like that
Ooh.
in your escapades? Oh boy, the dice are out. I'm scared.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know that guy. Goes by his online handle. Rainy, Smaley, something from Game of Thrones.
Ramsey?
Nah, named after one of the dragons. It starts with an M.
Oh,
Maylis, Merrick, something like that. He's pretty
okay.
cool. Occasionally, gets some of the tech on the low end from me. Rarely. He's really oddly well informed. Bit of a jerk at times. Like he wouldn't fix my iPad. Just kept telling me like he had to wait like 5 weeks. Like my dude, it just needed a new screen. Like I don't understand how long that takes.
That's actually a lot of information. Way to go, Sammy.
He rolled really well.
He hasn't given any of our kind trouble that didn't really earn it, has he?
Nah, he's pretty cool.
Okay. I want to trust you on this one, Sammy.
Yeah, like you if you sweet talk him enough, he'll give you like one of those movies that hasn't even been released yet. Like super cool. Now if you upset him, um yeah, doesn't usually end well. But like you never mess with the sorcerers. Like they do their own weird stuff. Like the Tremere are weird, but like they're weird.
I mean, that's kind of rude, unless she glances over at Rhea.
Oh, come.
Looking at him through the rear view, like
I mean, like those tower aligned wizards are weird. Like not you, Miss Nurse. You're cool. Your van's cool. Make a right at the light.
Yo, I love sweating Sammy. Thank you, Ari. I've been waiting for this.
as he says that, like with one hand I'm driving and the other hand I pop up the center console and I just take out a syringe and just like put it on the dash, close the console and just keep driving.
Yeah, no, he starts looking. If a thin blood could sweat, he's sweating bullets right now.
So when can I expect my new watch back?
There you go. Fixed it as much as I could. I mean, you take it to the wizard guy. He's better at this than I am.
I pulled up on you, Sammy.
Yeah, but he does all the weird tech shit. I
I thought you're
think.
better than this. If you spent less time fighting over gas stations and more time actually studying some tech, you might be able to make some breakthroughs.
Look here, man. I've got only what I got.
Lesh is gonna give him that hard stare. And are considering Lesh's touchstones, he's big on bettering yourself.
I'm doing my best, man. I don't know what to tell you. I think I got you at least into the county sheriff, maybe into the marshals. Like, be careful though. Like, if you start picking up weird stuff, like that's not me.
Lesh slowly
Quick
nods as he reattaches
question
watch.
as Les is putting on his watch. Wizard dude, wizard.
Oh, this is all you. You asked about him.
I
Which
mean,
like Lesh would have
kindred.
told
Are
you.
there wizards?
Lesh would have told you in the briefing, right, about the dude with the eye. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Rhea knows about the guy who works at the computer repair store across the street from the metaphysical store.
Yeah, that's who Lesh was referring to.
But he's a wizard.
Yeah, like human, but they can do like the weird, like not Harry Potter. I asked him about it. He started laughing. It was really, it was kind of mean.
Well, just want to check. People use lots of different words for lots of different things.
Oh yeah, no, he's pretty cool. Maylease, that's it. The dragon from the new show. That's what he goes by. Don't know why. It's kind of weird. Uh, yeah, no, he's pretty cool. He usually keeps an eye out for those of us who are not as well connected. Um, kind of like the one out of all the groups that just does the most communicating between people.
Keeps an eye out. um,
Yeah, quite literally sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
All right, Sammy. Since I got you here, I'm gonna ask you. You know how I feel about your honesty. Are you in over your head on anything that can easily be resolved by the likes of me?
Nah, man, I can handle George and his little Nosferatu buddy. I got this.
Anything above that you know about?
Not that I'm aware of. Like, what are you talking?
Well, you already know the outlying dangers that you all had to relocate for.
Oh,
But at this juncture, if you're not in it, you're better off staying that way. You guys are safe. But again, if something crazy happens, you know to call me, right?
yeah, man, I know to call you. You think I'm gonna deal with any of this crazy nonsense? Another left up here.
I
Uh,
know you pull up on George, you pull up on anybody, huh?
there are some people you just don't tangle with. Like, there used to be this guy that'd come around. He was really weird, but like, I never messed with him. Kind of gave me the creeps a bit.
Like, was he one of us? Somebody else?
I think one of us. Not entirely sure. I wasn't paying too much attention. I just know he gave me the creeps, and I like got out of there.
Less shrugs. I'm done with my questions. You got any more, do that?
not for now. Then I'm trying not to be ominous, but I'm trying to be ominous and just kind of glancing at the syringe on the dashboard.
Lesh, you feel Sammy kind of like move a little bit against you. At one moment, like just kind of like I don't know about this. But he does lead you to a low, single like it's tall, but it's like you can obviously tell it's just one story. Little uh warehouse, little storage facility on the outskirts of the zoo. You're along the back fence, hidden kind of among the trees. And you both do see the familiar um van that Mara has. Rhea, you're very familiar with it. It's got the Cat Cafe logo on it. Usually when they're doing their pet drives or if she's over helping with one of your blood drives. Uh, yeah, we're in here. Like, just knock on that door and she'll let you in.
All righty. You ready to do that?
Let's go say hi.
But
Okay.
y'all just gonna leave me here?
You know
Are
how
you
to
coming
open a
with
car
us?
door.
Oh yeah. Oh hey. And as he gets out, you see like another guy coming out the door, like blonde, pretty, short blonde hair. Um, has a visible, still like looks like a burn mark on his face that's healing.
Mm.
Well, he's covering it up with like a pair of sunglasses. You both know that this is Jace, one of Sai's cohorts. He kind of gives you both a nod, be like, Sammy, hey, yeah, man, can I get a ride back to the gas station? I got kidnapped.
That's a really strong word, Sammy.
Yeah, man.
Sammy, this is a chance to reconsider what you're doing, my dude.
Reconsidering my life is going back to my gas station. And he hops on the back
Let's
of
just
the
size.
motorcycle and zooms out of the area.
That try with the little dude, you know?
I mean, if he had waited 30 minutes, it would have taken him back. Maybe.
Well, you know, he's just trying to keep his little secrets and try to stay out of getting the clancha, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, one of these days, his little gas station antics are going to catch up to him. And I just hope he doesn't bite off more than he can chew one night.
Is it a thin blood thing? I don't know many thin bloods.
I personally don't know. It's just since I got here, that's been a thing, and I've been called over to deal with it a few times.
I find thin bloods fascinating.
Can't say I've met many myself.
Just how does that work?
I don't know. Like when I got
Hmm.
embraced, I was just, offered the ability to do something, to do some good. And then I was hungry, and then I was this dude. And Les gestures at himself.
You you had a choice?
Yeah, actually. I was dying, tried to be a hero, stop a robbery, you know what I'm saying? Got the good old stabby for it, but as I was bleeding out, some dude said he could save my life and give me some power, but only if I wanted it. I said, okay. Like I get to be a superhero, dude. Ed Les holds up his comic book, which he brought with him.
I think you and I have lots in common. So I put my bag over my head and head for the door.
Les grins and follows.
Do you all knock?
Les will not. Oh, Rhea's going for it. Go for it.
You knock on the door and you hear a brief moment before the door unlocks and Rhea and Lesh, you both see the familiar sight of Mara. She's got her knitting needles in her hands along with like an entire roll of yarn that she's working with. Her hair is kind of put up in like this big poofy bun. She's got the salt and pepper curls that are trying to escape the hair tie she's got in her hair. Oh, I wasn't expecting either one of you today. Yeah, come
Hey,
on in.
Mara.
Oh, hey, yeah, come on in.
Les is gonna go for a hug.
Yeah, he'll
Oh,
give he'll give she'll give him like a little hug and then drop
Mm.
the yarn and go no 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 Thaddeus no as you see this giant bowling ball of a black cat move entirely far too quickly after this ball of
Oh,
yarn.
Lesh is gonna reflexes go grab him.
Yeah. Okay. You with your quicker reflexes, you're able to snatch that cat up.
Remember,
He
Thaddeus, you're a good boy.
if a cat could give you the equivalent of a huff and a growl at the same time, he does.
Lesh is looking just unfazed, and you can see like where others will probably have trouble lifting him. Lesh has just got him with pretty much one hand, just like whatever, dude.
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
been through this.
yeah. Lesh is holding him like he weighs nothing. But yeah, Mara leads you inside. It is cozy enough. It looks like it's been made up to like be cozy. There's like a couch and like a an older style TV on like a little stand. There and a couple like little thread worn armchairs, little rug laid out. Um, and it looks like where the office would be of this, it's kind of got like the blackout windows. Most likely that's where they're all sleeping for the night. Uh, and then most of the space is just kind of open. There's like boxes and containers and other stuff that it's still a storage facility, but like they've made space for them to come and hide in.
I'll go in and give Mara a side hug. Keeping one eye on Thaddeus. Um, we just wanted to come and check in on you since the move, since all the stuff. How's it going?
It's it's strange. I'm used to my shop. But Ridley's been real nice. Those of us who can, we're allowed to hunt around here. Um, and I got the cats all situated. I had a friend up in Grand Prairie who took them. So like they're all in good hands. Yeah, mostly just been sitting here with me and Thad. Um, and Lesh the cat starts like trying to wiggle himself down. Like you get like the back foot against your chest,
Mm-hmm.
like he's trying to like wiggle himself out.
Lesh will hold him up to him. Just be like, "Are you gonna behave?"
Meow.
All right then, and Lesh will put him down.
You put him down and you could hear him like run and like he does that little cat, like that
Mm-hmm.
chunky cat, like half waddle where he goes to hide under one of the chairs, but like only half of him gets under it and the rest is just sticking out, but he thinks he's hidden. And
Sounds familiar.
speaking of cats, she knew she was summoned.
It's perfect.
But yeah,
Just like that.
Miss Chloe is doing her best today.
Love her.
Uh, she brings you over to where the sitting area is. The TV is playing some old black and white movie. You can see there's like a combination VHS DVD player underneath of it, so it's like super old. Um, she's like, yeah, we're doing okay. I heard you were hanging out with Jasmine here recently.
Jasmine's been hanging around.
Yeah, I'm hoping you guys are good influence on her. I know her upbringing wasn't the best.
Who of us had had a great upbringing? Uh, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to check, did anything ever go down at the shop?
No, it's still in one piece. Jay straps by it every once in a while because he's the quickest out of all of us. Um, and and I know Fred, not Nosferatu, that hangs around us, been skulking nearby. Nothing's happened. Uh, so it kind of just rattled everybody's uh everybody's cage bit, but it's better best be safe than sorry. Um, make sure she's still on the floor.
I love it.
Just
It's
make
realistic.
it's realistic. This is cat
Y'all
life.
are viewing this in 4D.
I'm
Coming to
LARPing. Here
you
we
in
go.
cat vision.
Yeah. Yes, come view all of the shows. There's cats in them. Um, but yeah, nothing's happened so far. Vincent's actually tonight supposed to go by 'cause he's gonna get the cat food out of it, and we thought best the human goes and gets it rather than one of us.
She said Vincent.
Yeah.
That dude's still around?
Oh well, not for long. I spoke to him the other night. Uh, I'm just paying him to do like the little things until he can find another job. Um, he worked at the diner with Cy.
I
I
mean,
hope he doesn't get thrown into a truck. Huh.
And then
right.
and then when the diner blew, he came over to us. But now I was gonna have him on as my nighttime cashier. At least give him some money until Cy gets up and working. But I guess he's gonna go live with his dad and his mom down in Ennis for a little bit. Still gonna drive up like every time I need him, but he's doing better from what I understand. Uh, he sounded all right on the phone when I called him the other night.
I'm sure the old timer is absolutely ecstatic.
He's doing all right. Like his eye is okay. He's healing. He's fine.
Yeah. He said his uncle took him to the doctor. Um, bruises are healing. He's a little sore. Uh, that wrist is broken, but he's got a cast now. He's doing all right. He was joking on the phone with me.
And that's a good
That's good.
sign.
That's good.
It
Is he gonna be around? Is he?
should be at the cafe tonight. I think he's also cleaning out his apartment, so he's either at the apartment or at the the cafe. But I know he's gonna come here when he's gotta deliver the cat food. I didn't want it to like go off, and I couldn't grab it when we pulled out real quick. That was one of the things I left behind. Thaddeus doesn't
Is he
like.
by himself?
No, I've got Fred keeping an eye on him. Uh,
Okay.
he doesn't know that, but Nosferatu, you can't see them until they're right there, which is good. But it's just supposed to be quick in and out. Um, the 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 area with the cat food's like right near the back door.
That's our Mara, just as wise as she is lovely.
Well, I care about him. He's a real sweet boy. Um, yeah, still trying to figure out what happened. He was a little cagey on that.
Oh, that was an
I
Ursa
give
laugh, not a Lesh laugh.
Rhea gives Lesh a side look, like, uh. Well, I mean, we just wanted to come by. Like, I've got some juice boxes if your people need anything. I can also, I know you're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. I could, if it helps, I can throw up a couple boards for you if you like.
Wards would be nice. Sai's got us stocked up with juice boxes. Um, that's oddly enough, uh, Jace's favorite way to eat. It's weird. But we're just letting him do it. Did I hear Sammy outside? When you guys when you guys
Yes.
oh, what's he up to now?
I headed back to the gas station, actually.
Didn't catch him doing anything.
At least he's having a good night for once.
I'd like to think so.
I
But you
wish.
know how it goes, Mara. If you think it's going south, you can call me.
I will. I'm just trying to make sure he's behave himself. I know him and George have got a tussle for over that stupid gas station. I kind of wish he'd just give it up. It's not even a good location to do anything.
Turf is turf.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Storyteller, how
Hmm.
long has it been since they moved out of the cat cafe?
It's been about a week.
About a week.
Oh, they might need some stuff still need to be done around there.
Yeah.
Lesh will ask, like, you need me to move any heavy boxes or anything like that? Don't know if you're still in process of moving.
Oh, no, we grabbed all the important stuff. It's just the cat food. Um, I left before I grabbed it, and then Thaddeus over here doesn't like what I bought him. so I kind of need the old stuff because. And she just kind of like side eyes the half of a cat that's sticking out from underneath the chair. He's been protesting.
He can protest all he wants, but so long as he's freeloading, he gets what he gets.
Yeah. That's mostly what I got going on. Everything else, like I don't care if anybody breaks in there. But are they gonna work out with T-shirts and mugs? Maybe a scratching
But they're
post.
so cute though. They're so
I,
cute though.
I know, right? Like the little kitties with the paws. Like that took forever for me to design. I'm not that good with art, but like I had a Toreador friend knock it up. You know Daisy?
I know, Daisy.
Yes, you remember Daisy from the first season. She is the bartender at the
The
Toreador only
bartender.
bar.
Lesh
Yes.
wouldn't know that.
Yeah,
Lesh wouldn't know.
you've been in the city long enough. You know that there's a Toreador only bar.
Oh, okay. That one?
It
Yeah.
yeah, she did it for me when it was slow, and it's kind of cute.
Would they make
Listen,
a
Mara,
good
it's
gift
I mean, yes.
for like a lady friend?
Lesh, if you're gonna get something for like a lady friend, it'd be better than just a t-shirt.
I mean, you said it was cute, right?
Yes, it's cute. Are you trying to woo somebody or just get them something cute?
I mean, like, and you can see Lesh looks conflicted. Kinda yes, but kinda no.
I would start with like a squishmallow from Target or something. Like that's a better place to start.
What is that?
One of those stuffed animals that you squish it and it pops back into place. They're really soft.
But don't all the animals squish?
you shouldn't squish all animals, I think, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Let's not.
Okay, you're gonna see Lesh write that down in like a notepad.
So what have you guys got going on? What's going on around the church, Rhea? You doing another blood drive?
Well, I mean, that was, something Lash said on the way over here made me think about it, and it kind of ticks me off that you were doing such good work and now it's all got to be on hold because of these hunters. And I mean, and you're working in their community. I mean, it's not like our work is, kindred only, like it benefits everyone in the whole community. And it kind of, and you can tell it really does, it kind of ticks me off.
Yeah,
I
and
wonder if there's some way to, sorry, I'm just, ooh.
no, I get it. We both work hard, and even Lesh work hard to keep our community safe. We
Even Lesh. Lesh
he,
is just like this as you continue.
sir, I know you like to break up thin bloods, and I have heard about like you making sure like the comic book area is safe, and I have heard you did catch a couple muggers, so like that's good, and you're keeping a watch out for things. Like that's good. That's helping our community and stuff. But like I know Rhea, you do a lot of good work with making sure like the blood drives and even your food pantry drives and those sorts of stuff. Even those clothing drives you do where, especially when things get cold, like you do a lot to help people out. And I've got the wildlife side, like even though, I run a cat cafe, but I still help out with like dogs and other animals that need some assistance. Like we all pitch in, like just 'cause we're as we are doesn't mean like we still can't contribute to the world.
Lesh grins and thumbs up.
I know that these hunters don't see us that way. Maybe there's a way to prove ourselves.
It'd be nice. I heard well, little word is that there's not that many of them around here right now. I think think I talked to Azra the other day. I want to say it was Azra. She says at most there's three, and she thinks those are the ones that are after us. Evidently, they ran afoul of some of the werewolves, and lost some numbers.
Oh,
Wow. Werewolves. I
Uh,
look at Lesh.
yeah. Word of advice: stay away from um the Arboretum area. Like that's like majorly their turf over there.
noted.
They're nice. Well, I don't even say they're nice. I've met the one of them like once, and he was terrifying.
Well, you made it out alive. That's saying something.
Yeah, it was something involving one of theirs got picked up as a stray and inadvertently almost got into my custody, and so I returned their friend. You,
Hmm.
you know, I'm not gonna mess with their side of things.
Not that I'm an expert, but I guess I would assume that one could tell the difference between a stray dog and like, well,
Well, to be honest, sometimes when they're like, they do the whole changing thing where they get super big and scary, but also occasionally they look a little bit like, normally it's a wolf, but a couple of them look like wolf dogish. It's weird. I don't question it too much. I just hand them back over. Figure that's their stuff, not my area. It's only happened just the one time. They're usually pretty good about making sure their friends don't get picked up by animal control. I'm actually surprised that animal
I learned
control
something.
still had all of their hands.
Unless Rhea is
Definitely
against
learned
it.
something today.
Lesh's intent is like he wants to like stick around and make sure Vincent comes back to the shop.
I'm definitely like I'm definitely concerned about Vincent, or like Rhea's concerned about Vincent. Hey, let me pop up a couple of those wards. Like I can do like ghouls. Maybe it'll keep thin bloods out. It's nothing big, but like it
Well,
could help
uh,
for a
uh,
little bit.
ghouls, yes, but not the thin blood. Sammy sleeps in with us.
Oh,
Yeah,
copy that. Okay.
uh,
No, you're right.
yeah.
Okay.
As much as I
Um,
would like to teach him a lesson by making him sleep outside for one night, but I kind of would feel bad. He's kind of my responsibility at this point.
Coyotes might take him and run away with him.
maybe a wolf dog.
I'd pay to see that, to be honest.
Lesh actually starts laughing and he's like, "You need some help, Rhea."
Yeah, if you guys, Marv, you can show me like the back door, and I can
Uh,
hit the windows, and I go ahead and like take a bite out of my finger.
mhm,
Like I can just get to work.
mhm. Yeah, she shows you the most of the windows are very high up, so she's not too concerned about them, but she does get you to the back door, which is like one of those um big double doors that open up. And she also does take you to the front, like where the front door is, and then a couple of the windows that are down a little lower that have got like big blackout curtains over them. Uh, and you're able to work. While you are in the middle of working, you actually do hear a truck pull up. Uh, and Mara goes out to help, and you see Vincent. You can hear Vincent's voice from outside talking about how he like got the cat food and stuff, and something about like uh yeah, I'm not really surprised about like how much cat food you had in there, but it was a lot. Like we're not talking like hoarder levels, but it was a lot.
And Lesh is going to be loud, of course. A lot of hungry mouths to feed.
Wait, you got company?
So,
Hey, man. And like you can see him coming in, like carrying like a bag of like cat food that's been opened, and it's just kind of rolled up with like a big old clip on it. Hey, what's up?
Well, we're just here visiting to make sure everybody's safe, and we heard you're here, so we stuck around to make sure you're doing all right.
Yeah, yeah. Spend time down with my parents. Just gotta figure my life out. So,
I'll
Yes.
come in and like I'm it's like that mom who hasn't seen their kid in a really long time and they're not trying to like pat them down to make sure that they're got all their fingers and toes, but like it's definitely that energy.
he oddly enough lets it happen. Like it's you he did briefly talk to you about the fact that like his mom's been in Mexico for like 3 months taking care of his grandparents. So you're getting the sense of he appreciates like the maternal fussing because he hasn't had that in a while.
Right. And I take a look at his face, I take a look at the eye, and I'm like, how's it going? Like I'm getting all
Uh, it's good. Bruises are healing. I'm no longer having an issue laying down. This is broken. It's in a cast. And you can see it's like this that lime green wrap, and like looks like people have been writing on it. Um, it's healing.
I want to sign it.
He like pulls a sharpie out of his pocket, like you just see mid conversation, he just pats and pulls one out.
Lesh is on it.
This no, it's not like it doesn't have to be removed, but like all I can see is like light and dark out of it. Like I can't really see shapes too well. But other than that, like I'm feeling peachy. I didn't have to have any surgery, so and I'm alive.
he moved all these cat food bags with a broken wrist.
Oh well, I didn't put them all in the car by myself. I had a little bit of help.
Well, I guess I should help with the unloading process.
Yay, that would be great, man. Like I don't even know how much cat like it's all in my back seat of my truck. Like I don't know how much food one cat needs. Like I know Thaddeus eats a ton, but
Yeah,
like
if you break down on my watch, I might get thrown into another truck.
what is that about?
Um, I'll follow them outside and actually go past the truck that they
Mm-hmm.
brought the food into
Mm-hmm.
and up whatever the road is, just
Mm-hmm.
a teeny tiny bit,
Mm-hmm.
and activate Auspex. And I just want to listen and make sure they didn't get followed back from the cat cafe.
Go ahead, roll me your wits and awareness and add your aspects dice. Lesh, as you are helping unload, there is a lot of cans. Like there are those big like boxes of like the can that are like silhouette wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, they're he had to put the seats up to put them in the back, and they're
Lesh is no stranger to the physical labor. He's got this.
yeah, yeah. And Vincent's like trying to help you. Like he's getting the bags of just like the loose ones out, but leaving like the
Mm-hmm.
big ones to you because he's like, I can't lift that.
And he's pretty much just like hand and shouldering them. Just
Mhm. Yep. Rhea, what did you get?
I've
It
nice.
is a peaceful night. In the distance, you do hear the familiar elephant trumpeting, as you would expect. Like you can hear, like there's an owl nearby. Um, as you're like watching the road that leads down from the main road, you see like a raccoon scurry across. Um, and then up in one of the trees nearby, you see a very familiar owl who just kind of stares at you for a second. And then kind of does this thing where like he's supposed to be, you're guessing he's trying to hide because he like scoots a little bit closer to like the trunk of the tree and kind of like turns himself a little bit so you can't see him quite.
I'm gonna let him save face and pretend I didn't see him.
Deep down there is
And
an
knowing that he's on the case makes me feel better.
uh he deeply appreciates the fact that you let him save some face.
I'll head back.
By the time you arrive, you see Vincent's like putting his seats down in the back because all the cat food's out of it, and Mara's like thanking. Lesh for helping her bring everything in. Right. Well,
Happy to do it.
you know, if you want to like hang around more often, you completely can. Not that I need too much punch, but on occasion, when the cafe gets up and running again, I may need your like muscles to like pick up stuff because like I'm strong, but like I'm not that tall.
Let's just thumbs up and grin. Phone call away, Mara.
All right. And
What are your plans? Are you gonna are you gonna set back up?
giving it about a month, waiting to see if our trail cools or if Azra said she's looking for those people, so she's fairly good with finding people as well. And I know she's also busy with the Sabat stuff that's going on.
Yeah, let's just face darkens a little bit at that, but he acknowledges it.
So if she can find them, then yeah, I'll set back up. Just giving it a couple more weeks. But we're safe here. And Ridley stops by every once in a while, which is always fun. He's a nice little character. Um, but what are your guys' plans tonight?
Just staying out of trouble.
The best way we know how. Lesh half smiles.
Good, good. I think there's enough trouble in this city for both of us. And she like separates from you a little bit to go give Vincent a hug. And like wishes him like safe travels home because he's getting ready to leave again.
Lesh
Uh,
is gonna slide him $100 bill.
oh, thanks, man. Like, wait, do you need this?
Dude, I got a night job. It'll come back.
Yeah, yeah. My dad's trying to help me find something down there. Um, but I'm helping out on the ranch right now. I mean, my uncle unnerves the cows for some unknown reason. I think it's 'cause he's got that like old man stare.
Dude,
Mm.
I read that comic book, except it was about goats.
Yeah, yeah. I wish we had goats, man. That'd be kind of cool. Instead, we got cows. I mean, it's almost calving season, so like I'm looking forward to all the babies.
Lesh laughs. He just like, stay safe on the road, man.
I will. Uh, I'll do my best. And you see that even though Thaddeus is sitting outside, he makes a wide berth around the cat to get into his truck.
That's adorable.
Uh,
Is Vincent wearing a jacket or a watch or a necklace or
he
anything?
is wearing a familiar flannel that Raheem let him borrow, and he just hasn't given it back yet. He's got his watch
Typical.
on, and he's got a couple necklaces on. One is his usual Saint Sebastian necklace, and he's added like a little locket next to it. And then the other one looks like this partially beaded necklace that he's wearing. And it's kind of like a little tucked into like his shirt a little bit, so you can see some of the beading, but not all of it.
I'll look at you said it was Saint Sebastian.
Yeah.
Um, I'll go up to him and I'll put my hand on his shoulder and I'll bite my finger and I say, "Can I?"
Yeah, yes.
For protection.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
And I'll put a drop of blood on the back of the Saint
hmm
Sebastian necklace, and it's the only ward I know, so I'll do my best to ward him.
You are able to do so. After you finish, he's like, I don't know why everybody keeps giving me stuff to protect me. Like, I deeply appreciate it, but like my cousin gave me like, and he pulls the beaded thing out, and it's got like a little symbol
Uh-huh.
on it. You can roll intelligence and occult if you would like.
Yeah, yeah, I
Um,
will.
Yeah, you know Lesh ain't going no diddly squad.
that's fine. Um, yeah, she gave me this, but like two. Um, with your knowledge, it's definitely not a kindred symbol. Um, supernatural of some sort.
Make a mental note.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, but I feel better. Um, But yeah, I'm gonna go back down. They were grilling when I left, and like I kind of want fajitas.
Fajitas. Oh.
It's been so long.
Yeah, like
I give him another tap on the shoulder.
yeah, my uncle's making homemade salsa, and like
Yes.
I miss my mom's food. So like yeah, I'm about to ready to go down and eat and
I
pass out on the
miss
couch.
food.
But yeah,
There's just lots of people care about you, man. That's all.
I know
That's all.
appreciate that. I know you guys and like Ezekiel don't get on, but if like you see him, could you let him know like I've been trying to get a hold of him? Like he doesn't answer. Well, it's usual. He never answers his phone anyhow. He's like getting up into to the truck, kind of grumbling something about how people have phones and they never answer them, and this is he should be surprised as he's like closing the door.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna run that by your friend first before I say anything I should or shouldn't.
Which friend?
The guy who likes throwing people into trucks.
Miss Rhea, who is he talking about?
Have a safe trip, sweetheart.
I will. You guys stay safe. And he's pulling himself out of the driveway. Thaddeus is sitting there, kind of like tail swinging, like he's annoyed in general. uh,
And Les will actually want to ask Mara something.
mhm, yeah, you're able to.
Hey Mara,
Uh, yes.
you know about my short history in this neck of the woods and all. What can you tell me about our fair sheriff?
Oh, Ash?
Yeah,
Oh, um, oh, she's been sheriff for a while. It's what fit go 10, 15 years, something like that.
that's pretty impressive.
It's not always easy to like trust people when they come from the outside. Um, yeah, she's I don't know where she came from originally. She kind of keeps that to herself. But yeah, she's been sheriff. I mean, she usually does her job fairly well. She's been a bit busy these nights. That's why I was a bit surprised to see Azra talking to me rather than her. Because usually, Azra is the one they send when people need to like.
Yep.
But I'm not complaining. Um, I think I don't know. Like, what do you want to know about her?
You say you don't know where she's from originally?
Or, like originally, she came from what, New Mexico or something. I think she was out farther west, California, Washington, or one of those beforehand. I think I want to say she's from Ireland. If you annoy her enough, you hear a little bit of an accent. She hides it very well, though.
Hmm.
Huh. I mean, like I haven't seen her do anything that I wouldn't expect from a Tremere, you know what I'm saying? But like she hasn't you haven't witnessed her do anything crazy in this like 10 or 15-year period, like something that's gonna make me go, whoa.
Uh, nah. I mean, I'm not Tower aligned, so like I'm not involved in like their Elysium stuff. I mean, I hear word on the street stuff.
Maybe Sammy got her a little too angry one time. And let's
Oh,
just shrugs nonchalantly.
oh yeah, no, they don't care about Sammy. I think at most the one incident was about a year ago when there was all that hunter nonsense. Um, Seneschal's kid was acting up, and she got really peeved off about that. I don't know why. Uh, something I think it was something to do with uh I don't know. Someone mentioned somebody was in town and she got like highly annoyed. I saw it one time. She kind of, you know how she is. She's usually very, very sweet, but it, we they did one of those big community gatherings where like they were reassuring everybody like, because the prince was there. It wasn't Elysium because it wasn't at the nightclub. It was at one of the it's at the convention center. Uh,
Gotcha.
and she looked a little ticked off about something. She
Can you
went
remember the name?
uh um started with, I don't know, some weird French name.
I mean, considering our kind, that could be a lot of people.
R R something or other. It was a really short name. I think it was the name of the rat from Ratatouille.
Remy?
Remy.
Yeah, that one.
Remy.
Yeah, she seemed annoyed by the name.
This designer bag has been really busy.
This designer does okay. It's a confused gangrel noises
Mm-hmm.
ensue.
Like, you know I trust you, right, Mara?
Oh, well, yeah.
Do you believe the sheriff is someone I, Lesh Dodson, can trust when things get tough?
She kind of looks at you, looks at Rhea for a moment, and kind of like looks around briefly. Between us three, I wouldn't call her in a pinch.
Really?
Yeah, Sai said she notified her about a couple strange happenings on like the diner side of town, but like it was never looked into. And then of course the diner, but like I can chalk
Yeah.
that up to all the spot stuff that's happening. But like honestly, I'd call Azra. She tends to respond a little better.
That's a little strange that you don't feel like you could rely on your sheriff in her own neck of the woods.
Well, again, to be honest, I'm a anarch. I'm not. Don't usually call the sheriff in the first place. If I need like fists, I tend to reach out to Luis.
Huh. And Lesh is making a mental note because he's trying to keep it
Mm-hmm.
conversational, not like cop
Yeah.
style.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Or
can tell Lesh is also trying to be charming. Like
mm-hmm.
he's in gamer speak, he's trying to utilize his charisma a little more so that Mara's a little more
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
see how much he can get out of her, how much he's willing to volunteer. So you wouldn't call her in a lot of pinches. That's interesting.
It's just patterns of behavior. Like you'll tell her something and it never pans out.
The Padre seems to trust her quite a bit, and it's
Um,
pretty poignant.
I mean he used to be tower friendly,
Huh.
so maybe he
I mean,
knows.
that makes sense. We're not tower aligned, right? I mean, you wouldn't necessarily, the first person you would call would be the tower
Mm-hmm.
to help you out,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I
Yeah.
help good people in need.
And Cam works a
Right.
bit differently. I feel like our problems aren't always like at the top of their thing, which is weird, is because Azra takes everything super seriously, and even Tati does. Like I caught her downtown one time, and we had a little conversation, and she's super friendly. Like it's like Ash. Even the Seneschal does it on occasion, but like he's old. Don't tell him I said that.
Not at all. Can you believe they thought I was Cam for a while?
That's genuinely funny. Because, like, for the longest time, I thought you came from Luis's territory. You were just over here doing Bruja nonsense. I didn't actually think you lived over here.
Ruha, I am a defender of truth and justice.
And you gonna tack the American way onto that too, sir?
Well, they're not always truthful and just now, are they?
No, no, they're not. But yeah, no, I honestly took you for Luis. I was actually a bit surprised when, you were looking into stuff that I feel like Alois put you up to.
He tips me off just so I can see if there's someone in need. 'Cause I know about the information network, but no, I don't work for the dude.
Be careful what he asks you, because it's not unusual for him to task people hard stuff when they're trying to um I was being delivered a soda. Um when we are when he wants to get rid of somebody, it's happened before.
Well, that's just the thing, Mara. I can't take that risk. It'll be the one call I ignore where someone who doesn't deserve to be in the crossfire, bites the dust for real.
Yeah, but also like if you like get on his bad side, he may send you out on something that's guaranteed to make you never see another night again.
I'm actually probably already pretty close to his bad side.
Yeah, don't take any more jobs for him for a while. Look, I know he's got a good network, but like I'm actually surprised like he didn't figure the Sabat stuff out in advance.
Well, who's to say that he didn't?
That's been on the on my thoughts. I got candy too. um,
Just reaching into the ether and pulling out snacks. Whatever
somebody,
it
so
takes.
so this is unaffiliated, and we're not getting endorsed, but these are my favorites because they're the blue raspberry.
Well, get endorsed then.
Yeah.
Like you.
Shh. Hey, Sour Patch Kids, if you would love to endorse all of our stuff, we are here
There
for
you go.
it. But no, I wouldn't be surprised if he knew in advance and didn't say anything. There's been rumors for the longest time. Well, I mean, there's the rumors that like he's after the prince's job, but like those of us who've been here a while, like they're super tight. Like him and Vicente, like they fought in the sect war together. Like like I feel like Alois wouldn't cross him even in the like for anything.
Well, there's two things about that interest me. Like either he's that powerful or he instills that much loyalty. Both are extremely admirable.
Vicente?
Yeah,
I mean, Vicente's been prince since the tower took over. He's honestly he stuck up for Alois a lot of times. Because most people see him and they just remember he used to be Sabat back in the day. But we're talking like that was like 100, like, I think he came over, I think somebody said like 1920s or something. Well, that's been
people
a,
live a long time.
yeah, but he's been Tower loyal ever since. But, he constantly's got to prove himself. Because there's always that thing of, oh, the Sabat pop up. Oh, Alois had something to do with it. And I think it upsets him a bit. And then there's the whole thing that happened with Theo.
Yeah. Well, again, it's like either Vicente stayed in power that long because he's powerful, or because the people that trust him and that he trusts are that powerful and protect him.
Beta column A, beta column B. He's a Ventru. They're basically force of personality on two legs. He's very charming. Like he is. I've spoke to him like once or twice.
Hmm.
He'll remember your name. Like it's it's
Sound,
it's weird.
sounds like corporate business 101 to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean he's friendly. He's been helping Plano out a lot though. Like he's not I don't think he's been in town hardly but like a couple days in the past like 6 months. 'Cause Prince dumbass up north keeps trying to pick a fight, but with two barons up there, and honestly, it's I think it's between Vicente and Monica is the only two that's keeping him out of trouble and trying to keep the peace because I think the Baron of the colony will take him out if given the opportunity.
Well, I won't overstay my welcome, Mara.
All right, well, y'all are welcome back at any time. Um, Hey, could you grab that? He's trying to go along with you guys. And you
Unless
No,
is
do
no,
just
no,
gonna
no,
look
no, no, no,
down
no,
at
no,
him.
no.
you do see like the van door's been left open just like a smidge amount, and there's this cat trying to like get. He's got part of himself up onto it, and like it's the back leg that's like trying to get grip up, but he can't lift it far enough to get up to a grip.
Lesh is literally gonna do the thing. He's gonna lean down so that he's like eye level with Thaddeus and like like pull down his 3D glasses, his fake glasses, and just like stare down Thaddeus.
Thaddeus, in typical cat fashion, she's been summoned yet again. Um, um, gives you just a look, and you see he like digs his claws into like the carpet of the back to pull himself a little bit more up, and then you see like the nails actually do finally get like the metal where he can like pull the rest of himself up.
Don't try me, buddy.
Yeah, he is paying you no mind.
Lesh
While
thinks he
this
has a
goes down,
connection.
this small war between Lesh and Thaddeus. Um, hey Mara, if you want to do an adoption drive or something at the church in the meantime,
Yeah,
hit me up.
yeah, I think that'd be nice. Uh, or maybe even like maybe a community event or something. I think we should organize something. Help get back things back to going normal.
I think so too.
All right, let me go grab this cat before he tries to tag along. I know your friends Bird and him are not going to be on the same page. Thaddeus, come here. And she like goes and you see she uses her two hands to pick him up. And you get the sound of like nail scraping across the carpet as she's pulling him off. And she's kind of walking back with him, like she's trying to put him over her shoulder. Kind of like got his butt with one of her arms, and she's like patting his back. You can't go with them. You're not gonna like it. That church is spooky, and you are not gonna have any fun. There are no mice there. There is no expensive cat food. Um, and if you fight with that owl, I'm not gonna be responsible for what happens. She's like walking back into
Mhm.
the warehouse, like carrying him on.
Where to, dude? Looks like we got a lot of info and leads.
We got a lot of info, and I'll drive down the road just a little bit before continuing the conversation, just
Mm.
out of an auspexy range.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Um, couple of interesting things. Um, we could call Ezra. That
You
was
know her better than
interesting
I do.
about, I mean, not super well, but I feel like if there's an ally, that might be one. Interesting about the sheriff. We could. Ash is a Tremere, is that correct? We could go talk to someone I've been working with. Um, he's the Tremere Primogen. Maybe he has some information about where our dear sheriff came from, or how much to trust or not trust them.
I mean, is he good
I
with having
also,
some company?
that's a good question. Um, he has allowed me to be in his presence because I'm useful, and frankly, I really want to know what he's into. So, I mean, there's sort of a mutual thing happening there, but I think maybe you and I are enough alike that he might begrudgingly put up with an extra visitor.
Take your word for it, dude. I'm down.
I don't know what you think. Say we do some sort of really cool big community event at the church. I mean, we do them all the time, but we keep them on the sort of within the circles down low, right? Like the neighborhood knows they're going on, and I'm sure hunters or anybody else who really wants to know what it is. But if we made a big deal out of something, what do you think that would do?
Well, okay, there's the obvious storyteller. Obvious is like it's going to get a lot of different people's attention. But is there, I don't know what you got lined up. So I'm like, is there some in-lore role I have to make for Lesh to be like, this is cause and effect?
No, you Lesh is smart enough to know cause and effect. A big event
Okay.
may attract the hunters, but it also may just attract the local community.
Hmm.
So there's reward because again, you'll be integrating yourself more into the community, uh, versus the risk of hunters attending.
Right.
Um, but
They're
from
not going
what,
to try to do too much in plain sight.
yeah, and from what you all have known about the hunters is most likely they won't do anything if there's a lot of like normal people around. Um,
Well, I was
so
thinking more like closer to more the more intimate situations. Like if we do X, person of interest Y is going to go here. Like, is there anything on that level that Lesh may be aware of?
no.
Okay. Well, Lesh will turn around and say like, well, there's nothing wrong with bonding with the community. We're going to turn a lot of heads, get a lot of attention, but that can be a good thing just as much as it could be potentially dangerous. I don't think anybody's
I
going to
mean,
try anything in the open.
true. I mean, to be fair, all of our nights are dangerous.
Comes with the territory.
Sure does. Um, Lesh, we're gonna go back to school, and I head for the university.
Oh, dude, not since my master's, bro. No.
And as you guys are heading off to a office of a very surly doctor, this is where we're going to be taking our break.
Oh, Ari, I'm having so much fun. Oh,
And I have Sour Patch Kids I want to consume like a rabid middle schooler. Um,
fine.
so we will be back momentarily. And welcome back. You guys are on your way to seeing a very cross Tremere, but I will let you guys talk and chat amongst yourself while you're on your way.
I let it go just for a second, just driving in nice silence, and then be like, "So, cute T-shirts, huh?"
Oh, what? Yeah, just keeping a lookout for something somebody might like.
Somebody might like, or something somebody might like.
You can tell Lesh is flustered. I mean, I like her and all, but pretty dangerous right now in the current state of affairs. I don't want her to get sucked into all this dealing with me because if folks catch on that we have a thing and a certain somebody has it in for me, it could be bad news. But at the same time, I care about her.
She, you know,
No, no, she's not.
yeah, that can be tricky, but not impossible.
True. I'm just waiting for the climate to get a little better.
Pause for a second. The climate never really gets any better.
Yeah, but there have been times that have been better than this.
There are times it'll be worse than this.
This is very true. I just don't want, any fire breathing dragons stomping me out or hunters trying to take a shot at me and hitting her. I don't want any of that. The heat's on and, we're doing an investigation. And I don't know, I might poke the old timer the wrong way and He'll throw her into a truck.
So in terms of the old timer, he would be one to talk, first of all. So I wouldn't worry about that because that's definitely the pot calling the kettle black. That's not, mm-mm.
Take your word for it, dude.
Um, they're a comic book fan?
Oh, she actually runs a comic book store.
Oh. Um, she give any vibe when you're in there?
Well, she last time I really had a good chat with her, she she talked about how she hadn't gotten to see a movie that she really wanted to see, and I was just like, I'll spot you a little something so, she and her family could go have some fun. Like, I don't mind, but she said that she'd hold off for a time that we could go together. And you see Lesh just fiddling with his glasses. So like, yeah, so that happened, and I don't exactly want to show up to this movie empty-handed. I read that's bad.
Wait a minute, you read that that's bad. When were you, I mean, it's personal, but when were you turned?
Oh Lord, let me look at my notes. I think he was turned in the 90s. Let me make sure.
Okay.
Let me make sure. Yep, 97. 97.
Well, I mean, I'm not that much older than you. I mean, things haven't changed that much, in dating.
Age isn't really a factor. That's not the issue. It's just before even I was embraced, I didn't have a lot of practice. So
I
even
think you
that's
have
new
more
to
game
me.
than you think you do. You have a lot more game than you think you do, for sure.
Huh. Well, I guess I have to see how that works out. Got a lifetime to figure it out, right?
Yes and no.
How about you then, dude? Like, I see you walking around looking mopey sometimes, yet willing to help the people around you. Like, you got somebody?
Yes and no. Let's just
Oh,
say relationships are not going to be in the picture for me for a really long.
is that by choice, or do you have something premierish going on?
There's nothing really going on. Let's just say I've been burned once. Oh, I'm that old trope, that gal who just had the worst relationship experience and just can't shake it.
Was this as like you are now, or back in your people days?
Yes.
Lesh's brow furrows. So, are you saying this led up to your not so much people days?
I was asking about you, man. Like, I don't know how you turned this. See,
I
there's
have
that
more
much
game
time to
than I
turn this
think.
around. Mm. You got more game than you think.
But yeah, if you're not ready to talk about it, I'm not gonna ask you to do that, dude. You'll tell me when you're ready. If ever.
I don't, it's a thing, man. All of us kindred got our thing. But I mean, this thing is a thing that's like right in front of you. And if I can live vicariously through somebody else, man, I'll do it. So.
I mean, you could see the movie if you sit somewhere else. Like, I'll buy you
That's
a
not what
ticket.
no, that's not what I mean. No, that's not what I mean. Um, Maybe it's just good enough to just buy her the popcorn when you get there. Just be a gentleman. Just be you.
That's like, yeah, I could buy her some popcorn. Yeah, she'll have to eat enough for the both of us. She doesn't know about any of this either, as far as I know. It's a big world out there, but it's not like I exactly asked, considering the town we're in. That'd be bad news.
Or you said family. Does she have a family?
I'd assume so.
But I mean, like, when you said like her family, like, are you taking her kids with you, like that sort of thing, or like,
All right. All right, would you is she does she have I didn't write that. If you want to put that, you're more than welcome
Uh,
to. It's your story.
she does not have kids. You do know she's got brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are younger because she is one of the older kids.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, she's got younger siblings, which she probably would be also taking to a movie. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but how she was hinting, she was hoping it was more just you and her.
He picked up on that much. Thank God. But like, yeah, she's got brothers and sisters. She's one of the older ones. You know how that goes. Being one of the older siblings, you get a lot of the responsibilities. So she likes to look after a lot of people in the community. Running that shop, you get all kinds of people, all kinds of personalities, but she handles it pretty well. Even taught me a thing or two back in the day.
how long have you, known each other?
Uh, what I say, like 5 years? Yeah, about 5 years.
I think it's about time you take that girl to a movie.
And you see Les just like wipe down his hair and then pull at that long ponytail that he won't cut still. I don't know, man. I could just see this going wrong, but everybody's been kind of hinting at it that take advantage of the time I have. You even told me that earlier. I just want her to be safe, dude. Even more than my personal enjoyment and happiness, I want her to stay safe.
I got news for you, man. If she's been in your life already for the last 5 years, somebody already knows about her and she's already not safe.
Freaking Dallas, bro.
Freaking Dallas, man.
You have nothing. Fine. You're gonna see Les make a note of that. We're asking out Whitney.
I'm just sort of mama hen pleased with myself as I drive into the parking lot of the university.
Last year, this university is not familiar to you. It's outside of your usual stomping grounds. Rhea, you know this place like the back of your hand. You know exactly what door to go into that leads you down the stairs into the basement sublevels. Um, which is a twisty, turny little maze until you end at a familiar door that's just got Dr. Elias Ravenwood stuck on it. Um, the door is partially open, um, and through the little crack, you can still see the usual form of chaos that is this man's office.
Before I announce my presence, I'll put my hand in my bag, and as I have done uh, pretty regularly when I come to visit him, I'll actually nick myself with the knife
Mm-hmm.
to ensure his safety. Um, just real subtle click. And then I'll knock on the door.
From inside,
Anybody home?
yeah, Rhea, and you can hear the shuffling, the sound of paper sliding as a pile of books seemingly goes onto the floor. Um, and he opens the door all the way. Unless this is the first time you've seen him, he is
Mm-hmm.
a older man, beard, dark salt and pepper hair, dressed like any college professor would be if they stepped out of 1930. Um, And he kind of like looks you both over. Oh, yeah, Rhea, it's good to see you again. Uh, you have brought company.
So
This is not
This
one
is
of our
Lesh.
Lesh, right? Sure, come on in.
you got
I
it.
kind of, as I we walk in, I turn around and mouth words to Lesh. Don't.
And you saw Les was about to close the door behind him, and he just
Professor, what did I tell you about putting a lock on that door?
I did. I installed and you do see like there is on the back side of his door is the apartment like sliding chain that he put on there. Not stopping anybody who's determined, but he followed some form of advice. I did. I installed that. No, I had the janitor install that, but it got installed. And he's picking up like the books that slid to stick them back onto a desk that looks like it does not want any more books on top of it. Uh, but what may I assist you guys with?
I hope it's all right that I brought a friend
Yes,
just for a brief visit.
that's fine.
don't worry, Doc. I'm not a regular.
Not one of ours or one of ours,
Well, by one of ours, you mean one of ours? Yes, he's kindred.
but not one of ours.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no.
I figured, but I wanted to confirm. It's nice to meet you. Please. And he goes to like tell you guys to sit down, realizes that there's like the chairs are covered and stuff. And goes over and he's like moving papers around. Uh,
You
yeah,
can tell Les was gonna offer to help, but then remembers Rhea's warning and like crosses his arms.
yeah, yeah. He cleans both the chairs off. Please set. I was not expecting company tonight. Uh, but what can I do for you, Rhea? It's been a few nights.
Les is gonna mouth
Did
to
you
Rhea,
night?
"Is the chair safe?" So Les will then sit down.
It might creak a little, but yeah, it's safe.
The chairs
Yeah,
look like
Professor, it's been
the chairs look like they came out of the 1930s too. Everything in this office looks vintage.
That's why Les asked, like, "Hey, yo, is the chair safe?" Like, but yeah, he sits down.
it has been super busy. Um, Professor, I don't know. I mean, how? Please don't take this the wrong way, sir. How much do you get out? Like, how much do you know about sort of what's going on?
Oh, just a little bit that Alexandra tells me. My studies are far more important than whatever is going on there. Frankly, I think some people are being a little hyperbolic about some stuff. Um, so not often. I mean, they keep trying to get me to go to the council meetings, and I keep declining. I think they've just got into a habit of sending Miss Bell to come and let me know what's going on.
Well, we were just wondering because I mean, as you know, I'm still relatively new.
Mm.
Um, do you do you know the sheriff really well? She's one
Ash?
of us.
Oh, I know her a little bit. She's been here a little less than I have. Um, Sire, I don't know her sire. But she came around 10, 15 years, no, must have been about 15. It was after everything settled down. But the prince had been in office for a few years. 2003, 2004-ish. That's almost 20 years. Must be later than that. No, it's about 2005, 2006. I remember now. Alexandra had just been posted into her office.
Just wondering, if I were out there and like something was going down, like I mean, she is one of us, but she is one of the tower. And I know that you are, and you know that I am not, but I still hold the masquerade and you know everything that you've taught me. But I mean, would you think she's someone I should call on?
Oh, the sheriff is a very busy woman. Um, you see, like he's pausing to like form words correctly. Frankly, she is often very busy. I find Miss Kadir is a little easier to get a hold of. Um, I've had to call her once or twice when somebody broke into my office. It was very rude. I was teaching night class. It was very strange, but she came right away. I'm actually surprised she did not bring uh the sheriff with her.
When did that happen?
Oh, it was 4 months ago. Uh, I was upstairs teaching my philosophy class that I teach, and came down and didn't look like anything was missing, but somebody had taken one of my notebooks. Um, it didn't have anything of like substance in it. It was just more surprised that they would take um my notebook. They didn't touch the safe at all. And like you see he gestures to the wall where there is like and it's not even covered. There's literally a safe inside one of the walls. One of those old combination ones.
Well, as you have been so kind to teach me that something that may not be of substance to one person may be of great importance to someone who's looking at it with the right eyes. You, nothing about this notebook. Did you need it? What did
Oh,
it pertain to?
oh, it was some old writings I had been working on. Uh, uh stuff that we have already moved past. Um, some of it was stuff that the Chantry has decided to no longer pursue. Which was really more just a theoretical matter rather than actually anything that could be applicable. Um, but it was surprising because like my notes on and like you see he turns around to like his desk which is covered in pieces of paper. Like I'm currently working on how to refine a warding circle. I find they are very tedious and long to do, so I'm trying to see if I can come up with a more efficient way of getting it done. Uh, but it was old stuff, quite quite which you would teach like an apprentice or someone rather than anything higher up. I think one of them is like as my and you do see he reaches over and he takes what looks like a makeup mirror, one of those ones that like flips. And he like puts it over nearby and as he turns it to face him, as you see him, he looks paler and more like dead in the mirror. This
Mm.
is one of my applications. It is I refer to it as a true seeing mirror. That's why I keep it on my desk for when people enter the room. I can tell if they are like us, perhaps not, human. So that was in there, but this again is stuff we teach like the apprentices. Like this isn't anything specific. Um, I think it had my notes on bloodstones as well, but again, those are very basic. Um, it was just surprising that out of all of my notebooks, that's what they took.
Mm. Um, very as stealthily as I possibly can. I'm avoiding any way that my reflection is shown in that mirror.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as like he shows like how it looks on him, he just puts it back. And where it's set is where like it just shows the back of his office, and he kind of like moves another stack of books in front of it. I keep it here for emergencies. Um, it's very interesting, like who actually attends the college. We've had a few non-us, non-humans here before, and it's always interesting. I don't let them come down to my office. I have another one upstairs, but it is a smaller like a shaving mirror. Uh, that I keep in my office. It's helpful. Um, but yeah, it was very strange. Uh, she said Azra instead, which uh, the Banu Hakim are knowledgeable with blood sorcery, but theirs are uh, a bit different from us, and you know our shared history of them not liking the Tremere. But Ezra, I have never had a problem with her. She is a very charming young woman.
So you like Ezra?
Oh, most assuredly. Her sire now, however, um, is completely different. That man is terrifying. But luckily for us, he is, I believe, in Cairo right now. Um, off doing stuff for the more head of their clan over in that area.
I take a sideways glance to Lash, like, do you want to say anything? Do you want to say anything?
Well, considering thing, how much do you know about what's going on around here?
Uh, just the stuff Alexandra's been telling me. Um, there's the Sabbat, which is troublesome. Um, the some issues with the Anarchs up north. Again, that is to be expected. The prince up there is a bit of a ponce, to put it politely.
Lash
Completely
smirks.
completely unfit to hold office, and I'm actually surprised why nobody has tried not to get him out of office. But it is my opinion here, either here or there. Um, and I have heard some issues with the local unaffiliated or the anarch community. Uh, I believe somebody's diner has exploded here recently.
Lash nods, affirmative.
I have the barest of bones, but Alexandra keeps me informed. Um, although I do believe she quite hates coming down here.
Now, as far as what you were saying about our fair sheriff, I don't completely know how you guys do things, but it sounds to me like, your notes are very important to your people.
Uh,
And if Ash is one of your people, I find it very strange that she wouldn't be a little more apprehensive and eager to figure out what's going on with lost notes.
well, I believe it could be because she knows I would secure my more serious research a bit more effective. But which was actually rather weird, as that day I did not. There was actually another notebook inside my desk drawer that I did not lock, um, pertaining to some more interesting theoretical research into blood sorcery. I am trying to see if I can recreate some of the more lost esoteric things our clan used to do. Um, it has been a interesting trial and error process.
Did you ever find out who stole that notebook?
No, Azra did her best to try and track them down. Um, but again, it was limited information. I didn't know who got in here. There are no cameras down here, of course. I made sure that the university doesn't put any recording devices down here for the rare occasion that the seneschal has came down, or occasionally when I have been experimenting and things have gone unplanned.
Would you find those notes that were stolen comprehensive enough to teach even some random vampire the essence of what's required to do what you guys do?
If they had a tutor who could decipher the notes, then yes, in theory. Again, it
Say
is.
there was a say there was a Ventrue or like a Shimize who got a hold of it and they had a access to a Tremere who could help them. Could they make it work?
Oh, most assuredly. I don't know how much you are familiar with the those of us who used to be unfortunately amongst the Sabbat. Um, outsiders still, but they used to work with the Tzimisce to create um efficient abominations. Let's say. So it would not surprise me, but they're the local former bishop. Uh, he was one of ours, but he is very much deceased. Uh, Eloise made very sure of that.
Well, I got another crazy question for you then, Doc.
Sure.
But you're gonna have to speak my language just a little bit so I can rationalize it. Cause see, I know a thing or two about some tech. So let's just say that we take your basic notes and figure that there's an encryption key on it. Now, once deciphered, that information that is within that journal is pretty easy to understand for even the most basic of you all, correct?
Yes. But like we all keep our notes in a variety of fashions. Uh, I'm sure you, Miss Rhea, probably keeps hers in a cipher again. I keep mine in actually a couple of different ciphers, depending on the more intricate knowledge. One of the local chantry, uh, Selena, I believe her name is. I believe you've met her once or twice. The rather skinny, witchy-looking one. I
I
believe
think
you.
so.
Yeah, I believe you've seen her before. I know she keeps hers in a oh, what do they call it? It's a fictional language, something from Star Wars or something. Um, uh,
Flash is mentally going down the list of all the languages in Star Wars.
knowing him, it could be Star Wars or Star Trek. He just said Star Wars because it was the first one that came to mind.
I'm gonna
Uh,
guess it's Klingon.
yeah,
Rhea's gonna make a mental note that she thinks it's probably Klingon.
it's
Blood
it's
sorcery inkling.
it's most certainly Klingon. Um, but we keep our notes, like how we write stuff. It's very hidden. It is easier. Um, the old bishop, I actually do have some of his books. Used to write in a very um old form of Latin. It's a little harder to decipher. I haven't gotten too far in it. And he does reach up and like gets up, walks over to his safe to like undo the combination and pulls out one of the books and just kind of like holds it up. It's like a thin little notebook. Again, it's in a. I'm still trying to decode it. I've been working on it for 20 years. My Latin is not old. Uh, I may look old. I am used to the the one that they taught us in school. This is more church Latin than anything else, which does not surprise me from one of us who's been in the Sabbat and
Good for
hanging out with
reals.
a bunch of La Sombra. And he like flips through it for a little bit, like looks at it, and then puts it back.
Can I
Hmm.
see that?
Oh, well, of course. He takes it and he hands it to you.
Um, I open it
Mm-hmm.
and it he's telling the truth. It's in Old
Mm-hmm.
Latin.
Mm-hmm. It looks like basically as if somebody had been writing from a medieval book.
Mm.
So I hold on to it, and in order to sort of distract him,
Mm-hmm.
I take out a copy of, because I don't want anybody to see that it was in
Mm-hmm.
his handwriting, a copy of the list of the books that Joaquin gave me.
Oh, thank you. Uh, is it
Have you
is
seen these before?
oh, yes. And he takes it and you see he like studies it, so you are more than welcome to do as you wish because he is distracted. But go ahead and make
Cool.
me a dexterity and stealth check if you're gonna pocket it.
I'm gonna try. This might be okay. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that one. Try and get the highest I can. Okay, it was worth it. Still not super high, but it was worth it.
Mm-hmm. What did you get?
3.
He
3.
he does not poke his head up or even look at you as you're doing anything with the book. He is studying the others.
All that aspects. Good grief.
Um.
You should
Oh.
see me tie a suture.
And as he's looking over, you see his brow kind of furrows, and he's like, "Oh, this is these are not pertaining to blood sorcery at all." Um. Uh. Who is looking for these books?
I remember we've talked about the Google.
Ah, yes, the Google.
Let's start
It was
snickering
these
under his breath.
these were titles that came up in a search, and they all seemed connected, but I wasn't sure if it was something that you had any experience with. They seemed like old spell books, titles of old books, maybe.
Oh, this is not blood sorcery related. Um, how familiar are you with the old workings of Clan Lasombra?
Not very. I mean, I really only sort of know one La Sombra.
Oh, I understand that the father tends to be a little tight-chested with some stuff. Um, this is a very old practice of their clan. I don't know how many are involved in it anymore. Um, it is known as abyss mysticism. I don't know how familiar you are with Clan Hakata. They do necromantic ceremonies to bring about the dead. Um, these are also like our rituals, but they draw on the power of the abyss instead. Highly very old. I don't believe it's even taught amongst the younger ones anymore. Mostly just elders know about this.
So these wouldn't exist anywhere, would they?
Oh well, in theory, there could still be some books floating about. Um, I don't know if you've ever been to the Perot Museum. Uh, uh, um, oh, what is her name? She's a Toreador archaeologist. Carmelita Nielsen keeps one of her libraries under the Perot Museum. The head librarian there may or may not have some of this. Carmelita, although she is a Toreador, is very much into our history. Um, has conducted interviews and such with the oldest amongst us from all over the world. But I know her library is under the Perot. I have gone and spoke to the librarian before. She is very nice. Um,
Um, if I went and made an introduction and said that, if I may be so bold as to say that I'm your student, do you think she would speak to me?
oh, oh, I could write you a letter of introduction to give her. Um, she's a bit frosty. I believe the sheriff actually had been took a young Lasombra from Irving. I believe the Baron got a fledgling or something in his bar. I believe the sheriff took him there. Yukiko is very nice, very very proper. And you do see like he kind of like hands you back the list. Completely looks like he's forgotten the book. And is like gets out like a pen and like a nice piece of like stationery to like write a note. Um,
When he says that the sheriff took somebody down there, again, there's a quick side eye to Lesh.
Lesh is gonna subtly nod.
but Yukiko is very nice, very very knowledgeable. Um, independent in her political leanings. Um, uh, don't don't look too much at her appearance. Uh, you they always get a little weird, and be on your best behavior down there. I would not take um any troublemakers. And he like finishes signing the note. And like you see, he folds it nicely, puts it in an envelope, and does the whole wax seal with the little
Mm-hmm.
thing before he hands it over to you.
And Lesh is like, couldn't he have just emailed
You,
that?
Lesh, as you are looking around this room, the only piece of technology you see is an old rotary telephone and a record player.
Oh, this is great. Lesh is just taking it all in.
But yeah, I would say you might be able to find some very interesting stuff. I don't. Uh, she mostly has books, interviews and stuff. Uh, again, it's one of her libraries. It's open to anybody. Just be on your best behavior when you're there. Yukiko is friendly but stern if any of her rules are broken. Uh, treat it even more like the museum above it. Uh, but was there anything else I could do for you tonight, Rhea and Mr.
Dotson,
Lesh? Mr. Dodson, even better, Mr. Dodson.
I got a card if you want it.
Yes, please.
Lesh will whip out a card
He'll
with a
take it.
smile.
And you see from like inside his jacket pocket, he pulls out like an old-fashioned card holder to put it in before he closes it and puts it back in his jacket.
Whoa. You could tell Lesh was looking at it with like comic book vibes now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's getting the vibes of a certain strange doctor.
Just a little bit.
No, I think that's all. Um, I know I haven't been around a lot. I haven't been very useful the last couple of nights, but I definitely want to come back around and help out. The couple of things that you have taught me have been extremely useful,
Well,
just so you know.
oh well, you're very welcome. You are a remarkable student. You pick up very quickly, and it makes teaching a lot easier. Um, but my office hours, of course, I'm always here throughout the night, except for on Thursdays. I teach a philosophy class upstairs.
Gotta respect the philosophy, Doc.
I wish my students did.
Mm-hmm.
There
You
there's a
know, It's all about that
There's
ego and super ego, you know? Why we
there
do what we do.
exactly. I wish they understood that. Unfortunately, my class seems to get all of the eclectic students. Um, I have papers to grade now that you reminded me of that.
I do have one more quick question, Doc.
Oh, yes.
It may be a bit intrusive, but I may have to go for it. Outside of, cam rules, are there any premier laws that are kept in house that are like a no-no that if brought to your attention is something that you would like to handle?
Well, as my duty of House Tremere, I well, I'm the primogen of House Tremere. I'm not the local head of the well, I'm basically we don't actually have a head of our chantry. Um, Basically it is the main rules of the tower, Masquerade and the like. However, for House Tremere, we are against teaching outsiders our our ways and knowledge. It is heavily frowned upon. There are certain exceptions, such as if one of us has adopted a child or outside of the clan. It happens very rarely. But that is the most troublesome one. And of course, if any of the normal rules have been broken, I am duty bound to bring them before the council.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Was there anything else I could do for you guys tonight?
Oh no, you've been so kind. We should probably we've been so intrusive. Thank you so much. It was good to see you.
It was lovely to see you, Miss Rhea. My door is always opened if you have any more questions or if there is anything else that you seek. Um, I am working on getting the electricity fixed down here. Um, as you did suggest that maybe more than one light would be more efficient.
But it could be useful.
I see I have had this lamp since 1947, and she has never steered me wrong, except for that one time. But I could see how a light on that side of the room would be useful. I cannot see in the dark, so finding books and paper, and like he goes off into like a little bit of just a normal like as he starts shuffling around the office again. But he does like when you guys are ready to leave, does like let you out the door. You do see he shuts. It goes silent for a bit, and then he reaches over, and you hear the sound of the lock sliding over, like he had forgotten to do.
When we hear the sound, I say thank you.
You're welcome.
Finally, he locked the door.
I guess that's not an all the time thing for him.
No, I am convinced that one day I'm going to walk in and find a dead primogen, and then I realize as I say it that I said that, and then I'm just going to keep walking.
Things are getting pretty strange, dude.
Well, yeah, you have no idea. Um, let's head back to the van.
You got it.
And yeah. And again, I want to get back into the van and it's like middle of the road, as far away from I think where anyone can hear us as possible.
Right. Coast clear?
So that was a great question that you asked about teaching others, or that he gave the answer that teaching others is a no-no. And if, as maybe we both suspect, I don't know, but maybe that if Ash is teaching the dragons some things that they shouldn't be, or they're working together. I mean,
Or
I
maybe a
wanted to
certain
believe that
designer
Ash.
bags in the mix?
Oh god. Oh.
Because my dealings with Ash, I don't think she's much of a thief, but from what you tell me about this designer bag and how much he likes to stir up trouble and give certain people certain bits of information at certain times, You know it's Remy. Like I wouldn't put it past this guy to, sneak into an office and get the coasters clear and teach some forbidden knowledge to a certain someone who shouldn't have it, just to stir up some trouble.
Maybe it's more than just stirring up trouble. Yeah, I
I
don't want to
haven't
have
met the
to.
guy, so
I don't have to explain to Max that we might have to like unlife his girlfriend. Oh God.
I'm still trying to get past telling him.
Maybe we should call Ezra.
Like Padre finally might have some action after who knows how long, and they're in cahoots with the fire-breathing dragons. Like, kind of scared.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, I've had interactions with Ash. I even encouraged them to go out. I don't dislike her.
Nor do
She's
I,
just
but
fucked up.
yeah, you got to think about it. Like, I don't know Padre the way you do, but you see how I am about my certain someone. He might be having such a good time and confiding in her in that one time when he really shouldn't, and something might come out, or a tip off may go through. And next thing you know, our doors are getting kicked in and half the church is on fire.
As long as it's top half, not the bottom half. Anyway, I don't really mean that. I do need your help if you're willing to help me with something.
What you need, do that.
I opened my bag just so that he can see the notebook in my bag.
What the? You're the one who told me not to touch anything.
I said you don't touch anything.
Yeah, but you're the one who actually took something.
I know which things have wards on them that'll turn you into a frog if you grab it. I just, wanted to make sure. But I think I can do something with this, but I'm going to need your help.
What could I possibly do with an old dinosaur of a tome like that?
How fast you type?
It's been a while since I flexed those muscles, but I think I can manage.
I learned a little something that might help us get into what's in this book.
Oh?
Let's go back to the church.
Yeah, it's time to crack the code. The scrolls of the elderly.
We'll head for the church.
Any music playing as you leave the college?
Oh, there has to be.
But yes, I'll take a mixtape out of the glove compartment, but I close the glove compartment really quickly because and it's I will say a mixtape of like Lita Ford tunes. And I'll blast it really, really loud.
As you guys are heading back towards the church, ancient notebook and vibes in hand, that is where we are going to end for tonight.
Oh, Ari was having so much fun. Don't do this,
I wanted
please.
to okay.
Next week.
The hands.
I promise.
The hands.
I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Yes, you can.
I'm trying my best. I look like I'm
Get
just.
That lean in there.
I look like I'm just washing my hands.
Get that lean in there. It's all about lean. Yeah. See, look at that.
Ursa, you're way more dexterous than I.